need your company. Don't need too much, just your simple love and it's everything.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we are finally playing with the Mackey family. This is Bria. Her nickname is Side Eye Susie. You'll see why every time. It's a side eye. I don't like the fact that this baby is always walking around by herself. I guess she's not a baby, she's a toddler, but you know, she's a baby. She don't need to be outside in the front yard by herself, y'all. I'm excited to play with this family, to see how they interact, to see the relationships they build. Hopefully they'll take us through generations to come and we'll be able to play with them with the Growing Together expansion pack. All right, so here we are on the first day and everybody's sick. They're just eating breakfast now, but I want to schedule an appointment. Bria went to school before I could cancel her school day. I was gonna make her stay home so she could go to the doctor too because she's sick as well. Bella's not on that list, so we just have to hope for the best. Poor Byron, he looks so sick and miserable, but he just keeping on, pushing on. Everybody looks so miserable. So it gives you the option to either send them to the doctor alone or join them. And had I known what was about to unfold, I would have just sent them alone. Here we are at the health facility. And y'all, this facility is beautiful. I do have some tips though. Of course, always use the BB Move Objects cheat code when you're placing these lots. There's a lot of objects in there. Also, it is missing some doors and I believe some steps. I had to place some stairs. I didn't realize until later that it was also missing a very important door. So the first part of this visit, when you come to the health center, it's like an outing or an event. So you have goals or objectives that you have to complete, and it's like a group outing, so everybody goes together, which I like. I don't know where Braden is. He has a mind of his own, okay? But everybody goes to check in, and once they get to the kiosk, a pop-up comes up, says, I sure hope you need to use the bathroom because we're going to need you to pee in a cup for urinalysis. Please head over to the nearest toilet and complete this task. Once done, drop your cup off at the nearest sample cart and then wait for the next available wellness kiosk that will allow us to check your blood pressure and weight. So I will say, once they do a urine sample, you don't have to drop the cup off at a sample cart. There is no sample cart in this facility, so it was pretty much a wild goose chase trying to figure out what they had to do. And Braden's just out there chopping it up with the doctor and nurses like they weren't waiting on him to pick up the samples. Fun times. Eventually I found a nurse, and I wish there was some kind of interaction or something where you can give them the cups or that it was a place to sit them, but as you can see, everybody started going to sleep.
2 hours later.
Eventually Braden and I think one other person, we went ahead and completed the urine samples, and then the next task was the blood pressure and weight. It took me about 35 minutes to figure out why they kept canceling out the action to go get their blood pressure checked. There was no door or doorway that led to that room or that hallway or that area, so I had to add one. Once I did, I still had to move the machines, I think. I thought the machines were the problem at first, so I kept moving them, but eventually everybody got their blood pressure checked, and it took me so long for them to get their blood pressure checked. I decided to just make them happy and fix their needs because everybody was tired. And it kept making them want to go to sleep instead of completing their tasks. But it's kind of realistic the amount of time it took for them to get all this done, because when you go to urgent care or the doctor, emergency room, any of that, it takes forever. So that aspect of it, I kind of wasn't mad. But after the blood pressure machine, they then had to wait in the hospital exam bed to get their results of their exams.
5 hours later.
So we got all of the necessary data to complete a full health analysis. Please wait for our staff on an available exam bed to get your results. Yeah, so this part went pretty smooth for the most part. You're just waiting for a staff member to come in, but there was only 3 beds and Braden didn't have anywhere to sit, so he just kept going from room to room. Why does he have high blood pressure? So one by one they started getting the results, and I decided to just, since he had gotten his results, I clicked on the kiosk and he was able to purchase medicine. So at this point, I just wanted him to get a whole bunch in his inventory so we could take it home. I know he didn't need that much medicine in order to cure whatever he had. After everybody got their results, they wanted someone to do x-rays and treadmill tests, and we weren't doing that.
1 eternity later.
So They're finally home at midnight. It looked like she came in and told her about the day at the doctor's office and how long it took her, what they went through while they were there. It looks like a normal conversation that a mother would have with her daughter, just small talk, whatever the case. I'm rambling. Now this is the upstairs family room. It's right by the stairs. This is my favorite room, I think, of the house because it just looks so cozy and warm. It looks like the perfect place to just hang out with your family, and I like that everybody sits in there to watch TV and gathers there. All right, guys, so that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited about this family. We're gonna be playing with them for a while. They're not going anywhere, so stay tuned for the next video. The next one will be on Monday, and I'm gonna call that Mackey Mondays. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and as always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Too much, just your simple love and it's